So, don't. I didn't get to do the invites last time, but letting y'all come back in, and then we're gonna pick back up where we left off. She wanted to chat a few more minutes, so. Doo-doo-doo-doo. What it do? What it do? Where she at? I'm back.
Awesome. Are you there, Brother Rod?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Greetings once again, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, this is just so juicy. I'm so grateful. That's all I could just say. Thank you for this great conversation. So, like I said, you were the one that my husband highly recommended that we get in contact with because of this mother wound question. And I don't remember where we left off, but it just started coming to this mother wound thing. And so he wanted to make sure he definitely kind of talk and greet if that's okay. We're
Tell
here to
him to
get
come on in and say hi. Peace, God.
Peace, honor, respect, and love, my brother.
You
Peace,
in
honor,
love. I can
and
see
love.
that shit. She
Man,
got
I've
your
been waiting a
mitochondria
lifetime,
always.
waiting a lifetime to meet a big brother like you heard me? I
Yes,
mean, I
sir.
say I don't lower myself in that, but I'm just saying this from honor and respect, true honor and respect, my brother. I mean, we're almost at a loss of words to be in your presence, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep it together, so we can get across how crucial and urgent what we're talking about, right? So I appreciate how we always give honor and respect to the big mama, right? But we got to be truthful and acknowledge we don't have too many big mamas that's really out there. You know what I'm saying? We honor the ones that do. We don't disrespect the ones that don't. But we have to acknowledge that a lot of our women are struggling. They never had proper direction themselves. So they was teaching from a survival mode, passing on from a survival mode, not a thriving mode. And most of us is walking around with those wounds because the mother, she didn't have no guidance. So she was walking around trying to figure it out for herself. A lot of times the direction and the guidance she was given, again, is fear-based, right? So when we have that as our operating system from our formative years, and we never deal with that, my brother, we can't hope to get past the tribe up because we stuck in our trauma and our woundedness, right? I mean, this is so essential to get into where you telling us we have to be doing to come together to tribe up, right? But if we don't work on this and get past that, we can't never have an open heart to reach out to our brothers and our sisters, our extended family, our mothers, and if we got a relationship with our father, you know, we're dealing with so much trauma that we have to get past this to even be open-hearted enough to be able to love the way we need to love
The
to get
beginning
to
of
what
the
we need to do
beginning.
as a family.
Yeah, the beginning of that recovery is the first thing we got to understand is they weaponized our trauma against us.
True,
Right.
true.
They didn't just traumatize us; they also used it as a weapon to keep us suppressed.
True.
Right.
Now we coming to the point where I just didn't feel like being traumatized. It wasn't because I was no special motherfucker. I just didn't feel like it.
True.
I didn't want to carry no trauma, so it wouldn't stick to me.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? But that's because of my bloodline and my upbringing combination, my nature and my nurture.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So now that we here, my job was to go back, see what I could see, and then tell y'all what I found that we lost. Because one of the books I read back in the early 2000s was They Stole It, and You Must Return It.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at the book, but I don't see nobody else reading this book but me. So who the fuck he talking to? I was reading in Chancellor Williams, destruction of black civilization, and I get to the certain part of the book, he said, now we didn't put all the pieces out there. Now you got to put them back together. And I could hear him talking just like I'm talking now. And I'm like, who the fuck he talking to? Must be talking to me because I don't see nobody else listening. You know, so that's a big shout out to a brother. That one of my favorite study partners was named Hart Eel, who studied with me for years, and about 2-3 years, and when we was locked up in Riverside, Michigan. And one of the things that he tickled me about was I have these letters where I was debating with some of the most knowledgeable Moors in the Moorish Science Temple that was locked up. All they had time to do was study. And all I wanted to do was, all I asked was one question: where's the flag of the Bays? And it led to a serious debate. When I met Hart Eel, he was like, he got this raspy voice. He was like, bruh, you crushed the whole temple. I was like, I wasn't even debating nobody. I was just asking a question that led into a dialogue, you know, and then, you know, sending threats and all that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just here to learn and teach.
Yeah, you're right.
Each one teach one. That's what they keep telling me. So each one taught me, I taught one. You know? And now my work is with the sisters because they got to get their shit back. Because I found out they stole this whole earth from the sisters.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? So if I tell them everything they stole, guess who's returning it? So then I honor my ancestors that told me they stole it, you must return it.
Right.
I honor my ancestors that say, okay, now we did the work and put all these pieces out there. You got to put them together. Right? So I honor the ancestor. Right? Elijah Muhammad said that the devil's rule was over with, but wasn't nobody closing the shop on this motherfucker. So I closed the shop on him to honor my ancestor, honor my elder. Noble Drew Ali said, I'm going to lead these people, I'm going to lead these Europeans in power until you learn how to run a government. So I learned how to run a government.
Right.
So I can honor Noble Drew Ali.
That's right.
I heard that.
Marcus Garvey say, up you mighty people, do what you will.
Yes.
The end of that, the very last word, W-I-L-L. Use your fucking will. So I got the will and the power to overcome the obstacle. So when he told our people up, don't nobody want to lead no more. Because they killed Martin, and they killed Malcolm, and they killed Medgar. Right?
Right.
And they disgraced the Panthers and infiltrated them so bad we don't even trust each other no more.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
They locked up Mutula, Afeni, Asada. They blew up Giant Africa, Joseph Senku. They blew the whole Black Wall Street and Rosewood off the map.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so well, everybody's scared to speak on it because it's so much and it's so big, and I don't give a fuck. So since I don't give a fuck, and since I'm suicidal, but before I kill me, I got 8.4 billion people that deserve to go first, then I might as well start by challenging the biggest bully on the block.
Right.
And then they... Right? So, now, here we are.
Yeah.
I stuck my nose in the book. Larry Hoover told me we ain't gang banging no more. We brain banging now. Shit, I was doing good gang banging. And all that dirty low life shit I was doing.
I heard that.
But my OG said that ain't what we doing no more.
I heard that.
Since that ain't what we doing no more, then I had to figure out something else.
Right.
And then I ran into this dude that told the police ain't gonna be no killing without killing. So I want to know why he ain't on the street. Right? So they take Angel Bay away from us. But wait a minute, Noble Drew Ali told me the angel came and took the key away. I need my Angel Bay.
Right.
Right? So then the master teacher putting the information out, persecution of the righteous, and he told me that the righteous was being persecuted. Somebody got to say something. Why ain't nobody saying that?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So I said something.
Mm.
Right? So now people starting to see that all of the pieces is put back together, and now we about to close this shit out, and now we about to put the power where the power belongs,
Right.
so that the machine run the way the machine was meant to run.
Right.
And when the machine is meant to run off of a fuel called love.
Right. Right.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Right? Because we in a big ass torsion field. The torsion field expands from the heart.
Right. Absolutely.
So the heart of the earth got us engulfed in the torsion field. And the only thing that's going to sink with a torsion field made by love is love. Because it don't sink with hate.
That's right.
They nemesis, arch enemies. Right? So all of this, you tell the sisters, you control mitochondria, learn yourself.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Everything else got to fall in place once they learn themselves.
Right.
But again, we got to deal with this trauma and this wounding to get past that for them to get to the strength and the essence.
Yes.
Because we're gonna fall in line once they set the standard. There ain't no doubt about it. You know, the men, the real men, gonna fall in line to meet that queen standard. That God.
Well, you know, the order of the matriarchy is the women surround the children and the men surround the women. That's it.
Right.
So all of the ones with the genetic memory tied to the earth gonna automatically know what to do once we start realizing to surround the children.
That's right. Absolutely. And I've seen it from personal testimony, Brother Rod, and my healing journey. When I started to get my emotional house in order, started to get my spiritual house in order, and doing and listening to what Spirit is telling me to do, it makes parenting, it makes being a wife, it makes being a woman a lot easier, because now I feel like I'm operating in my grace. But first, it was getting myself in order, which has helped our relationship, which has helped our families. But I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. You know, I come from matriarch in general, but you know, being in the West for so long, some of the ways I've taken on have been more patriarchal. But when I start to really get into this thing and set my energy in order, I realized that my money was better, my rest was better, my mind was better, my emotions were in order. I didn't have PMS, I didn't have any of those things. My health, everything was amazing. But Spirit said, no, it starts with you. You are the one to set sort of like a spiritual, energetic vibration for your family in a way. And I know that when I start taking responsibility for myself, and I start taking responsibility for how I feel, knowing that I have the power to reach my highest self, that's when everything within me and outside of me started to change. And I just wanted to say that for those who are listening, the women, you know, it's a responsibility, yes. And does it seem sometimes unfair or whatever, but it's the work that we must do, because a lot hinges upon how we vibrate. And I've noticed personally, when I got more aligned with myself, magic, when I say magic, I mean magic, things we can't even describe.
Man,
that has happened.
What we're sitting at right now is directly because of magic.
Magic, pure magic.
If you knew our backstory from a year ago, from Ida destroying our home, our business, everything, and us taking a leap of faith together and letting God and the divine guide us, from what happened to where we lost everything, except for the clothes we walk with, to sit out for about a week thinking we was going back home. I'm still wearing them same clothes now, but where we live, our day-to-day existence,
it's amazing,
bruh. I mean, it's something you'd have to see to believe for yourself. You heard me?
Right.
Oh, I know.
So for real, like, I mean, we couldn't. It's more than we could have fathomed and asked for ourselves.
More.
But because we took that step in love and trusting in the divine, bro, it's I can't even put it into words. You know what I'm saying? But it takes courage.
Courage.
Just like all these youngsters running around with these things on them. No, that ain't no courage. Courage is to say, my brother, whatever it is we're arguing about, we're beyond that right now. You dig what I'm saying? We got bigger fish to fry, whatever. Right. for lack of a better word, fuck this corner, fuck this block. We got to come together, and I love you. We going through the same struggle, you know. But that's the real men that's gonna come forward. You know, like we talk about healing ourselves. That's a brother gonna pop up and tell me, oh, a real man don't care nothing about that. What you mean? How you gonna be at your best to do what you need to do for your people, to think clear, to be there for your woman and your children, if you don't heal yourself first? Otherwise, you passing it all on to them. And what's it doing? Another cycle that's got to be perpetuated, right? Right. So my struggle and my thing now, and I don't even want to qualify it as a struggle because that's making it harder when I say that word. But when I see my brother, I love you. You heard me? I ain't got nothing to prove no more. I'm still here and breathing. That's proof enough. I'm 56 years old. Everything I got is on gravy. You know, I ain't never been scared to die. I just don't want to die for bullshit. I want to go for a reason if I'm going, you hear me? You know, it's for my loved ones. It's for a cause. It ain't just on no stupid. And that's why I'm still here. I feel to believe, you know. But the real struggle and the real thing right now is for us to open up our heart so we could tilt this thing. We don't need everybody. We just need to tilt the balance.
Right.
We just need to tilt the balance.
And that's the work.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of, like, you got a lot of detractors and naysayers. Big Mama say if you don't got no opposition, you ain't going in the right direction.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing about it is, there, like, for instance, people are saying I don't got no receipts. It's been a sister. I did not know she was doing this until today. She been downloading my videos, collecting all my references, and she opened the Patreon channel where you can go through the references. This ain't nothing that I'm reading from notes. When I be talking, you should be able to know I'm coming off top.
Right.
So that means I gotta actually know this shit.
Right. That's what blew my mind when I first, because I got all these disparate pieces, and bro, you just start tying them up together. You hear me? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, that. Until you start putting them together, they just pieces out there in the wind. You know, when you're taking so much information, but you that's why I said thank you, because you put my mind at ease in so many different ways.
When I was talking about Taj teaching us civics, right? If you got the blood and the right to be pretender to the throne, all you need to know then is the rights, meaning the how to. How do you do it? I did it because I was paying attention. Mm-hmm. So when people say what they say, and Mama said, baby, they talked about Jesus. So what? In other words, they talked about me. What the fuck make you think they ain't gonna talk about you?
Yeah, you're right.
That's right.
Right. So I'm just thinking to myself, you talked about my mama and didn't get your ass beat. You was lucky.
Right.
You must have taught her when she was aged in pain.
Right.
You know, but I don't have to worry about the ones that's paying attention. It's the ones who think they paying attention, but they got an ulterior motive and agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The ones paying attention, they don't have. I ain't asking nobody to follow me no more. I'm giving out free information. That's all I'm doing.
Right.
Free information. Mm-hmm. I learned this shit. Now I'm giving back what I learned. My brothers and sisters, my oldest brother, and my sister right under me bought me thousands of dollars worth of books while I was locked up. I learned a whole bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
My father said, you should be a motivational speaker. I said, Pops, I can't do that. He said, why? I said, because I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker motivated or not.
Yes, indeed.
Right?
I heard that.
I'm just trying to make my own way, my way. Somebody gonna have a problem with it somewhere.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody don't got a problem with it, then I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
If somebody ain't looking for a way to tear me down and discredit me for free information, that ain't never did one cross reference with nothing I said.
Right.
They never pulled one of the receipts. right? But I bet you anybody in the Nation of Islam will go right over to Young Elder page and say, this is the Yakub story unraveled for you. This is what the messenger was talking about. This is where all of the pieces are scattered and why you can put the story together now.
Right.
So they come over there, they be like, why y'all listen to that guy? But they don't stop listening.
Right. That part.
But the thing is, them same individuals, when they sit in them classrooms, they ain't never asking them people for no verification, no certification, but they're willing to die off of something that was just told to them by somebody that ain't look nothing like them, right? And they wholehearted invested into standing on those things, like you say, without even checking it out for themselves. Right. But they have accepted it so much so that we put distance between our loved ones standing on those things, right? You know, many of us are black sheep because we dare not to go along with the family thought, the group thing. We black sheep because of that, because it unnerves the people that so-called love us, right? They don't know what to do with you then. They don't know what box to put you in.
Right.
They just real uncomfortable. The energy is so uncomfortable when they're around you, you know?
My intelligence aggravate their ignorance.
That part, yeah.
Your fearlessness does it too. The fearlessness does it too.
Audacity, yeah.
Because when you got that switch, and when it's switched and you don't give a damn what happens once everything go black, they don't know what to do with that.
They can't control it. Can't predict it.
Look, I be thinking about when people be wanting to talk crazy, like they don't even really know who they be talking to.
Right.
They wasn't there when I was doing certain stuff, so they don't know what I will or will not do.
Right.
That part.
They don't know what I can or cannot do, but I do.
Right.
So then it becomes a hysterical joke to me because I know what I could do to their ass, and they don't got no clue who they fucking with.
That comes with grace and wisdom from getting up to where we at now, my brother. That's the way I feel about it. Matter of fact, I was having that discussion a day or two ago with somebody, right? I ain't got nothing else to prove. I done proved it to myself. I done been in situations and I showed up for myself and them around me. So I know ain't no coward, no pump in me like that, though. So anything that comes along now, bro, I got to sit back and laugh because like you say, you see me now, but you couldn't have never imagined my struggle and to still be here and in good health. Because 56, 52, 54 wasn't supposed to be looking like this, moving like this, feeling like this, you heard me? So if I smile with you, just go ahead on with yourself, you know?
When they was talking about walking through the valley of the shadow of death because I fear no evil, but they ain't not with me. They ain't know I'm the motherfucker they had with them the whole time in the valley of the shadow of death.
I heard that. I heard that.
Right. They can be detractors, antithesis, antagonists that ain't gonna never stop me from being the crown prince of heaven and earth. Bringing my motherfucking sisters back to birthrights to the earth rights.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And so whatever they say, at the end of the day, the sisters gonna be back in power. They gonna still be talking shit, and I'm gonna still be not giving a fuck.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Boy. Love it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get that off my chest. So now, there's a lot of good to be looked for as opposed to the doomsday prophecies we've been given.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. So before we was all that doom and gloom shit. That shit was just to keep us in a state of fear so they could control us.
That's right.
Ain't none of that shit coming.
Right.
I feel that, bro. I feel that.
Absolutely.
I feel that.
I believe that.
So I'm seeing what I'm seeing is Mardi Gras from coast to coast on this motherfucker. That's what I'm seeing.
Who that say Mardi Gras? You know that's what we talking about right now. All day, baby.
I told him y'all want to set this shit off. Let these
We
people
talking
try
about
to
that
take.
Mardi Gras all day. You heard me?
Hey, I said, yeah, they really want to set this shit off. Let them try to take Mardi Gras from New Orleans.
Oh,
What happened?
The man
Look,
down there in New Orleans, she on her bullshit, bro. She look like us, but she ain't none of us. You heard me? And that's why she attacking the culture, bro. You know, they're trying to get out of that now. But it's really going down.
Look,
and
they learned the last time they tried to stop them from having Mardi Gras. They don't want to go through that shit no more.
No.
You know, Brother Rod, I want to ask you a question about the energy of New Orleans, bro. You know, I feel like our people, they keep their thumb, they keep their foot on the people so strong down there to suppress the energy of the people, the culture, right? Because it ain't too many places in the whole United States that represent their culture and try to hold on to it like the original people do in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? But it's constantly under attack, bro. It's constantly under attack. But I feel like it's got to be something so unique about this place, else they wouldn't work so hard to do what they do, you know?
So remember the Louisiana Purchase,
right?
All right, that didn't give them the rights to the whole middle portion of the United States that they called the Louisiana Territory. It only gave them Port of New Orleans. The Port of New Orleans is in the city of New Orleans.
Right.
We had a whole lot of shit going on there before they was able to establish that port. Right? And Chief Warhorse tells the story the best. Right? But we had our armadas and everything was ran through New Orleans. New Orleans was the gateway into the mainland.
Right.
Heard.
So when they sold it to the English is the ones who sent the Lewis and Clark expedition to scout the land. But we wasn't at home. It's like you go over to help your brother on the other side of town, and while you gone, somebody say, "Oh, he ain't at home. Let's just move in his house." Then you get home, who the fuck is you?
Right.
That's how I felt growing up. Like, who the fuck is all these people? Where these motherfuckers come from? Right? I couldn't figure it out until I got older. I was like, oh, that's where they came from.
Yeah.
You know? And so we had to deal with that shit. But now it's time for a new day. That New Orleans culture is so rich. Everybody used to go to New Orleans to get trained in how to operate in the underbelly of society, what we call the nightlife, the streets. Wasn't no Las Vegas yet. Right? California, LA was a training ground, but most of the people went to LA to reap certain rewards from what was being harvested from the land. Think San Francisco 49ers, and it'll give you a clue. Right. So this is where the people that held the currency was. This is why they had to link DC to California to Los Angeles or the City of Angels. Right? Because there's coffers there. And they can't access them. But they can, the coffers is going to continue to draw the children whose shit it is home.
Right.
So they going to be crooked walking across the land, staggering like they drunk trying to get home.
I heard that.
Right? Because somebody spiked their motherfucking punch. Bent them around and pointed them in the wrong direction.
Yes, indeed.
So everything came through New Orleans into the rest of the land. New Orleans was the gateway. Right? From the we used to send delegations from New Orleans to the islands on the north. Everybody was take stuff to New Orleans to ship to the islands as we traded goods. With the islands was our resorts.
I heard that.
So Big Mama would send gifts to the Big Mama of each island. That's what the Port of New Orleans was originally for that.
Wow.
The
Is that how
French
that?
won it in a war where they pushed back the native to the 33rd parallel,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is somewhere around like the Atlanta distance up.
Okay. Okay.
So when they pushed them back, they took over the port and established the military base of the French at the port that we would use as the outpost.
Mm-hmm.
When we used to get the sugar and the coconuts and the exotic fruits from the islands, right? Big Mama would send the corn and the wheat and the barley and the greens, all that stuff from up here. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
they didn't grow in the islands, we grew up here, and
Wow.
this is how we interacted. But the same that came from the south, that's Amaru land,
Uh,
right? That's the Amaru land. So
uh-huh.
coming from the south, they did the same thing, send delegations to the islands. The islands was the resorts, our vacation place. We didn't pay for food on the islands.
Uh,
And so we would always, our big mamas would always make sure that they had stuff that they wanted from the mainland, and they big mama would make sure that our big mama got the stuff from the islands.
heard that.
Makes sense.
Mm.
And then somebody came in and changed the direction of everything. They told us that south was down and north was up,
Right.
and fucked our brains up.
Right.
Yeah, still is.
We looked at everything upside down and backwards because we was in the upside down part of the infinity loop.
Mm.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
So now we got to flip to the right side up to get to the right side of the infinity loop to ascend to the 5D,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we ascend to the 5D because I'm telling the motherfucker everything you need to know to get his shit straight. I don't care if they talk about me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's their personal problem.
That's
I
right.
heard that.
That's
I heard
facts.
If they really had a real issue, they'll pull the fuck up. I ain't hard to find.
I
Right.
I
heard
ain't
that.
running, I ain't ducking, I ain't hiding.
I heard
But
that.
I'm gonna tell them everything they need to do to get their own shit together. This shit
Right.
is over with.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But they don't
No doubt.
gotta believe me. But when they watch, they gonna see.
That's right.
There's no doubt about it.
Right? So mama said your job gonna be hard, but you a hard worker.
That's right.
I said, what that means? She said, you smart, you'll figure it out. So that pissed me off as usual. I ain't that smart. I know a whole bunch of motherfuckers are smarter than me. They ain't got no motherfucking Weibos though. Apparently.
I heard. I heard that.
Or
I heard
they don't know how to put the puzzle together, apparently.
that part right
I don't
there.
gotta be smarter than them to be skilled at putting the puzzle together.
Right.
feel that.
My mama had me putting puzzles together since I can walk.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
love it.
So it's naturally like a second talent for putting together puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Right.
but you got to give yourself more credit than that. You got to give yourself more credit than that because there's a whole bunch of pretenders out here.
And let them keep pretending, and we gonna keep winning.
That's
I heard
right.
that. I heard that.
I just be tell it like it is. I mean, shit, I can't do no more than that. I can only tell it like it is. They don't have to like it. They don't have to agree with me.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I don't have to give a fuck, and I can continue to be right.
That's
Right.
right.
And
Right.
they can be wrong as they want to be.
That's right.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't got nothing to do with me. They got their own journey to walk.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
right.
they got their own mishaps to fall through.
That's
Mm-hmm.
real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's-
so all you gotta do is stay true to yourself. They gonna wake up sooner or later
That's right.
Yeah.
on one side of life or the other.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
Yep.
they be like them when I be nutting up on here for some reason. I don't know why I like to be nut up.
It's in us, bro. It's in the real ones.
Boy.
It's in the real ones. It's something that resonates, right or wrong.
Right.
It resonates.
Right.
And
Right.
we get a thrill out of it. And some of us think we need to suppress that all the way, but no, we got to let that stay close to us, you know? We just got to master it.
It's the gorilla key. The gorilla key is called the fuck it key.
Yep.
Yes. Love it.
Yep.
I said, Daddy, what we gonna do about them people down there? Fuck them.
Right. Right.
As long as they don't come down here, fuck them.
Right.
That's right.
They can kiss where the sun don't shine, or they can kiss the sun itself. It don't matter to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I just do what I do.
I love it.
I heard that.
I love it.
I heard that. You can love everybody. Try to. But some ain't even capable of
I ain't
receiving.
even try to love everybody, but I'm gonna love everybody that love me.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's
all
for
that
sure.
love your enemy shit, that's mama shit. That ain't mine.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that, the enemy part.
But I
mean
respect my adversary if he's a worthy opponent.
Right, right.
I respect my adversary if you're a worthy opponent.
Yo, you got to. You better.
But if he's just somebody that like an ankle biter chasing the mailman,
yeah,
I walk with motherfucking big dogs. That shit don't move me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It don't move me. My give a fuck meter just will not move for that shit.
I heard that, bro.
I love it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, this is amazing.
This is really good.
Yeah. Truly grateful for this opportunity to sit and visit with you, my brother, for real. For real. And I want to say thank you for offering that insight to my question. You know, I mean, it just from an early child, it just resonated with me that I was in a very special place. The energy and the love, because that's where people came from around the world to experience the hospitality that we give just from our hearts, that we gave before this gentrification and doing what it's doing, you heard me? You know, but it's still, even in this day of time, people still rave about
New Orleans
and how the reception that they get and how much the people love them. But the crazy part is we love the people from somewhere else more than we gonna love each other right there in our own city, you heard me?
No, don't believe that. Try to take Mardi Gras from New Orleans and see how the fuck these motherfuckers That's all you gotta do if you think I'm bullshit.
No, I get you on that. I'm just talking about it on a day-to-day basis. Somebody could come from somewhere else, right? Come through the city and the people open them, take them in with open arms, feed them, drink them, whatever they're gonna do, right? But they ain't got no time for somebody that sounds just like them. That might come from uptown and they come from downtown, vice versa. You feel me?
This is why. Because if your family don't fuck with you like that, they don't trust you.
Yeah.
They don't trust you. Just because you might be from the other side of town, they want to know, nigga, why you ain't hanging out with your family, with your cousins and them?
No, that's real.
Why you over here with us?
That's real.
Y'all, you supposed to be over there with your people. Why you over here with my people, nigga? What's your angle, nigga? Right? I don't know, Mama. I don't know if I can trust that nigga. He don't fuck with his family enough. He ain't close enough to his people, so how he can't be that close to us? You know, that's how New Orleans see past the immediate connection to the deeper connection. If your family don't trust you, my family not gonna trust you either. Right? And they get, pushed to the fringes of the family so now they trying to find somewhere else. So New Orleans know how to read each other.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Two niggas from New Orleans can meet up in Alaska and know exactly what the fuck going on without saying a word.
No, that's real, bro. I mean, for real. That's real.
And one of them go. The other one go. And be gone about their business. They had a whole conversation. New Orleans style.
Right.
Especially as they get older in the culture.
Right.
But so when you come from out of town, you could be a wayfarer or a traveler. So they extend the hospitality to the outsider.
Okay.
Your hospitality first must come from you. If your family love you and be wanting you to always come to shit, then they gonna all want you to come to their shit too. The harder your family pulling them away from you, the harder they gonna pull on you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But when you don't fuck with your people, they don't fuck with you. That's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And that's why you had to go learn New Orleans to know how to navigate anywhere else in the country.
I heard that. I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, all of the richness of the cultures, that's the heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The Big Easy.
Right.
That's true.
You know? All of these other cities has got different names. Chicago, the city of thieves. AKA Thebes, Egypt.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wow.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Tricky
Yeah.
with the language. Remember we were talking about that English in them babies?
Right.
Right.
Tricky with the language.
No doubt
Right.
about it.
They was telling us it's the city of thieves all the time. We was thought they were saying thieves because the motherfucker steal something.
Shit, when you first said it, that's what I thought you were saying.
Me too.
And I was
I
like,
told
man,
him,
I never
man,
heard
listen.
that one, but yeah.
Chicago will muscle your ass before they steal it from you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take it from you before they steal it from you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The same with Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take it from you before they steal it from you.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't mean they don't got some thieves.
Right.
Right.
But then you got the ones that understand that they a thief. They not small time no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Chicago, they call them cannons. They still on the high end shit. Why would I
Oh.
steal something from that old broke ass lady down there? I ain't no rogue.
Yeah, no, yeah. I heard that.
If I'm gonna steal something, I want something big.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I want to get it from a motherfucker that got insurance.
I heard that. Yeah.
You know, so I can go use it for my benefit, and insurance is gonna take care of them. Them dirty motherfuckers need to pay somebody something. All these goddamn premiums and shit.
Right.
And then they don't want to do a payout when the time come to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on big coffers of money. Fuck that. We set our family banks up. We have our own family insurance company.
That's right.
Motherfucker.
That's right.
You know? Yeah. That's why New Orleans that big ass boot for ass kicking.
Got that right.
That's right.
Michigan is the right hand for slapping them motherfuckers across the face for thinking we was dumb.
Heard that.
I just talk with a country accent sometimes. I ain't really motherfucking slow. Country accent don't equal slow, motherfucker. It just means that you speak the wrong language.
Don't.
Right.
So I drag your ass up yonder, leave you parked out bitch side that motherfucking log over there. Lawman might find you if you can make it to the road again. I'm just saying. You got to know the land. You got to know the layout. You have to understand how your people move.
That's right.
And then they go, he one of the chiefs. I know who the fuck he is talking like that talk. You know, so it is what it is. Now give me my fried chicken and cornbread and leave me alone.
I heard that, big bro.
So grateful.
I heard that.
Yes.
Man, oh man.
Look, my most prominent past life memory overlap multiple past lives is one of my favorite memories. It happened over and over again. Go to Big Mama house, I'm a little boy. She go in the kitchen, she pulled the cloth off the bowl, and one bowl got squares of cornbread, and the other bowl got fried chicken legs.
Yes, indeed. Both of them hot.
But they keep them out there for the people coming passing through, because Big Mama gonna make sure you eat something before you leave.
Oh, that's right.
And we ain't have what we call candy stores, right? We didn't have snacks like that, like shit. So we fuck some cornbread up all day long.
You know that's right.
Shoot.
You know?
My great grandmother would boil some corn at 10 o'clock at night, and that'd be your snack. She's gonna take the husk off and everything and boil the corn.
You pull the husk back like a popsicle stick. Roll it around in the butter.
Man.
Oh yeah.
You better tell somebody.
Big Mom be like, don't you spill that butter on my floor. I just got done mopping.
So me and my wife had this question too, bro. And I know this is a little bit off the beaten path for you. But back in the day, I don't care when you went by Big Mama house, she gonna whip up. First of all, the house gonna be immaculate, right? Then if you hungry, she gonna go in there and have something already fixed.
All the time.
And you gonna love what she have fixed already.
Yeah,
You ain't gotta wait,
because
no microwave, no nothing.
No nothing.
Big Mama has 50 motherfuckers coming through there every hour. What the fuck?
You know what? I never thought about it from that
That's
aspect.
true.
Thank you for that enlightenment. Thank you.
She always got a new pot of something cooking when something just got done. So when people come, they eat all that shit up and something for the next person.
Right.
But
That's
everybody used to go out to Big Mama Farm and help her put the food up. And she got 15 aunties in the back, snapping peas, shucking corn, cutting corn off the cob for the fried corn
true. I
meals.
love it.
Got the motherfuckers milling the corn, all that shit going on in the Big Mama backyard.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
facts.
So then they came over, turned them into concentration camps for POWs, and they took mama name out of Big Mama house and just called it the Big House.
I heard that.
Okay.
Like you too stupid to see what the fuck you doing.
Okay. Interesting.
You can't hand me my coat and tell me you gave me something.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
Motherfucker, it's already my coat. What the fuck?
Right.
Right.
It's already my coat.
Right.
Yeah, but they had all that going on. And them uncles, they be out there fixing on, well, back then they was fixing on different stuff, horse carriages in the South. So it ain't like we couldn't make power motherfucking vehicles. It's just that it was more compatible and equitable for the land for us to use the horse and the carriage.
Right.
We had electrical shit. The first cars was made by us and they was electrical, and we only would use them to go far distances. Why I don't understand why they gotta keep charging these cars up when back then we had electrical cars that'll run for months before you need to charge.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
And sometimes with the chargers, all you gotta do is put water in your motherfucking battery. They're supposed to produce, as long as some water in that, as long as that liquid is keeping that conduction going, you're supposed to have electricity.
Yeah.
They're doing some shit called a lithium battery. That's not smart.
No.
Not sustainable.
You took some real simple shit and made it complicated so you could get more money for it.
That's what it all go back to. That's what it all go back to. That's why the plan is up and everything, because they took all the technology that was compatible with the mother, they corrupted it, bastardized it just to monetize it.
Yep. But that's all right.
It's all right.
Because as Tupac say, back for everything they owe, no longer oppressed. So now we overthrow those that placed us in this rotten mess. It's a wrap for their ass.
Yeah, you're right.
I love it.
Yeah, you're right.
I love it.
It's a great time to be alive, my brother.
It's
It's a great time to be alive. I don't care what they keep pumping up through that propaganda. You know, they just pumping that fear. But if they try so hard to get that fear into you, that the opposite got to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The opposite got to be, because they're spending too much money to make you afraid.
Right.
That whole World Trade Center stuff was to slow everything down. There was a mass trauma.
No doubt about it.
Definitely.
No doubt about it.
Starting to wake up, hurry up, traumatize them, fly a plane into the building. But that was really knock 3 on the Scottish Rite telling us that we only got a certain amount of time before they try to make their move to take over.
Right. I heard that. I heard
And
that.
because the first one was the first World Trade Center in 91.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was the Federal Building in 94, 95.
Oklahoma.
And then it was the 9/11.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Three knocks.
Yeah.
Right. And then when the third knock, they stole a couple billion tons of gold from under the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
That's why they had to blow that motherfucker up.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Because of the amount of wealth. It was the George Bush family. George Herbert Walker Bush ordered that. Every president between him and Trump, he owned them.
I heard that.
Trump refused to report to him, and the electorate knew that it was coming to close of the age.
Mm-hmm.
But before Trump could take power, they had to get rid of Bush. Because Bush was running the CIA, and they had secret intelligence connections around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the highest ranked member of the invaders that came over here on this part of the land.
Mm-hmm.
He came in as a Prescott, but he became a Bush.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Right? They came in as bankers, but the old man Prescott told him to go into the intelligence community.
Uh-huh.
You say because that's the only way he was going to be able to sink his fingers deep enough in to the society to take it over.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So the Skull and Bones was the ones that was backing him, and them was the pirates.
Okay.
Conquistadors.
Yeah.
Spanish Moorish Jews.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So them the ones who was the power source behind his operation. They thought because we went into a Kali Yuga to do the 200-year Kanja War that they were just going to be able to do what they want.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
the mind of man can never circumscribe the mind of God.
Hell no.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt
So
about it.
while they sitting there thinking they going to go to war with God, them some silly motherfuckers.
Right.
You ain't going to never be Big Mama no matter how you try it. Because
Right.
she got a boy for every last one of you motherfuckers to put you back in your place.
That's
No
right.
matter where you come from, no matter how big and bad you think your ass is, one of her boys gonna step up to the plate and find the problem.
Right.
Mm.
And when we don't know what the problem is, we're gonna all pick a different part of the problem to try to fix,
Mm-hmm.
according to what we already know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm just got a habit of putting together the puzzles and got a habit of reading the culture,
I heard that.
right? Thug life, y'all know the rules. Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt about it.
You know, so I just paid attention to shit most motherfuckers don't pay attention to. My monkey man, they was playing monkey in the middle and I was catching the keys.
Yeah, I heard that, bro. But your recall is amazing. I mean, that's God level, no doubt about
For
it.
sure.
I mean, there's consuming information, there's comprehending the information that you consume, then there's recalling that information at the appropriate time,
Right.
and beyond part, my brother. I mean, it's
It's amazing.
They always say we not from monkeys. Ain't nobody never said we was from monkeys. I said that the Anunnaki called us monkeys.
See, there they go.
They can't even get the information right.
Right.
I said the Anunnaki called us monkeys, and that's why our priest was called monks.
But then he took that little bit of miss part they heard and ran the whole other gamut with it. You heard me?
Yeah, he got his own. He heard what he wanted to hear instead of what
Right.
I said.
Right. But that's okay. Everybody ain't supposed to come.
That motherfucker probably looked just like a goddamn ape in the face. Talking about we ain't monkeys. He
He was
probably
feeling
looked more
some
like
type
a
of way.
monkey than everybody else.
He was feeling some type of way. You ain't gonna talk about my people, nigga. You ain't gonna talk about my people.
These motherfuckers don't know what they be doing. They just be talking, barking, talking outside of their neck. That should be funny to me sometimes. I be like, what were these motherfuckers run up on? Yeah, he got his banana in the tailpipe.
There you go. There you go. The brain is the tailpipe that's clogged up. He don't even know. He don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we used to have corn festivals, corn dishes from all over the land. I remember I got to be the judge one time. Wow, I ate so much corn, I thought I was gonna grow out the motherfucking stalk.
Man, you better not say nothing bad about no corn with these grits. All the grits I done ate in my life, man. You better not say nothing bad about no corn.
Oh yeah, shit, I'll fuck some grits up too with some eggs.
Ooh, I can get up right now and go fix some grits and eggs. What you talking about?
Hey.
Well, I remember waking up early on Sunday mornings and Big Mama be cooking or Mama be cooking, and you can smell that food cooking in the kitchen.
What you mean?
Sunday morning,
yeah.
Yeah, grits and sugar. Don't forget the butter.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, bro. You know, down south, I ain't never heard of sugar and grits until I went north. Now, I was sure the first time I heard of sugar and grits, and I'm looking at them like they're crazy. What you mean, sugar and your grits?
You know, before Gerber came out, the babies used to eat pot liquor and grits, pot liquor and cornbread.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Pot liquor and different kinds of breads. You make it, mash it up, feed it to the little babies. I remember all that shit like it was yesterday.
I heard that. Yeah, man.
I used to do sugar and butter on rice. I got that from India though, from one of my lives over there.
What's that?
Butter and sugar on rice.
Butter, sugar, and rice. I heard that. Now we eat eggs and rice too now.
Yeah, when I was a baby, that was my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was past life from. They got a meal they make in India that's similar to that.
Oh, okay.
But it's made with ghee butter, sugar, and then it got some kind of like little spice, a little hint of spice in it. Yeah. When I was little, I used to remember it because I used to always be asking for it. But they used to give me butter, sugar, and put it in my rice when I be asking for it. Because they didn't know what the hell I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, but they didn't know what I was talking about. So I used to be telling you, I'd be like, I want the rice with the butter and the sugar. But they use, I think they might use honey over there.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but it was sweet rice with a little bit of spice to it. It's made in India.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow, good to know.
Man, oh man.
That milk toast, you put the cornbread in the milk too.
You had
put cornbread in milk.
No.
Cornbread and buttermilk.
Okay.
I bet that's what my grandmother would have ate. I bet she would have ate that.
Yep. My father ate that up to the end. He ate all that shit. That was his thing.
Yeah.
Cornbread and buttermilk. He didn't like a lot of sweets. You know, so he eat that cornbread and buttermilk with a little touch of sugar in it.
Yeah.
So it ain't so tart. Yeah. We used to mess that up too. When I was little, we used to eat cornbread and buttermilk. All that stuff that's carryover culture that we genetically remember, but we don't be knowing where we get it from.
Right.
These children come out asking for stuff that you ain't never cooked, and you want to know why in the hell It's a accent for that. They remember it from past lives.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, and then it's like taking a comfort food.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
I wouldn't eat beets when I was little, but I'll fuck some beets up right now. But it's a sympathetic connection with my mother.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh.